Okay, so I feel like I've been making these videos a lot lately, but I'm on my way to a thrift store to see if something is still there that was there the other day. It's an art book, and it's old, and it was kind of falling apart, and the only reason I looked at it was because of, it had some color plates, and it was all in French. So the price was, it wasn't bad. It was like $40, but it was $40, and I'm not just going to take a chance on an older book like that, since I do not have a lot of knowledge either about art or about books. So I took a picture of the cover, and then I finally remembered yesterday to do some research. I was busy all day yesterday. I wouldn't have gone back anyway, but I started to look it up last night, and the only results I can find are from auction houses. And so then I searched through Worth Point, and I found a price on one that was like a first edition, was like in the thousands of dollars, and I was just like, I don't even know what was there at this point. Like, I don't know if what was there at the thrift store was old like that. Was it a first edition? There's so many different factors that'll go into value, but I found some more today that were kind of similar to that cover on like Abe Books, and most are selling from other countries. So anyway, I'm just curious now. I feel like I need to go buy it. I think I could probably get more than $40 for it, like minimum, even if it's not as amazing as, some of these other ones. I really had thought of it because me with my ephemera, I keep picking up, because I've done that before, where you take apart a book that's falling apart, if it has color plates, and just sell the pictures individually for like people to frame on their walls and stuff. So that crossed my mind. So I was like, oh, I bet you could get your money back just by doing that, and make some profit too. But I'm like, I didn't know the artist, I didn't know anything. So I am headed to the thrift store right now. I have to go to the post office and the grocery store, and I'm just gonna pop in there, see if it's still there, look it over a little bit more, and then maybe pull the trigger on it, depending on what I see. I didn't even tell Mr. Pish Posh about this because I didn't want him to get his hopes up. We are supposed to be working on this project at home today, but I had to go to the post office because the post office is closed Monday. So even though it's a Saturday, I wanted to get some packages out. So I just, I'm like, I got to run to the store. I got to do this. And he even said, go, make your mileage count. Go hit a couple places. You never know what you're going to find. So if it turns out awesome, like, that's going to be a really fun thing to share with him when I get back. So anyway, we will see if it's there. Okay, so I got it. I'm going to show it to you because I don't even know how to pronounce the artist, but look how kind of trashed it is. And when I get home, I'll show you some of the artwork that's in it. Okay, Van Dongen. Do you guys know that? I think when I looked it up the other day, he's like Dutch and French. So I think all the writing in this is French. But anyway, I can't tell, what edition this is or anything like that, but it's just such an interesting, simple cover and everything. So we'll see. And now it didn't even end up being $40, and I should have known. And if I had thought about it more the other day when I was here, the price was just written in pencil, like on the inside of the cover. And that's kind of how like antique stores and bookstores and things like that, they'll put their prices like that. I've never noticed that she's done it that way before. And so I think whoever donated it paid the $40 that was written in it. And like, she would have probably stuck a card with the price in the book or something like that if she wanted to have it priced separately. And a lot of times she'll put stuff like that in like her little case or just up closer to her register and stuff. But this was just out in the store. So I got that and a couple other things, and it was $10 for everything. So I am so curious to see if this is something that's, I mean, obviously it's going to be worth something. And, you know, we're going to see. So I get to tell Mr. Pish Posh about this. And then I'll share, we'll do some research together. Okay. Let's make a video out of this. We'll do some research together, and then I'll, I don't know, auction it. We'll see. Okay. I'm here to show Mr. Pish Posh the find. Okay.
She just handed this to me. I have no idea what it is.
I'm not going to tell the whole story real quick on camera because I just told it to everybody on the video while I was in the car. But I'm just going to show you that this book. So anyway, yes. So it's from 1925.
Okay.
And it's falling apart.
Yes, I see that.
And it's got art prints in it.
Okay.
And the name on the front is an artist.
Van
Dongen. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up as far as like how to really say it. After I've said it wrong, or all my viewers can tell me. Viewers can tell me how to say it. Okay, because I'm not that into art. So I'm going to show him Worth Point.
And you show me that before I look at it?
Well, you can look through it if you want to.
Okay.
I mean, just look at.
Allowed.
Well, you're not going to.
Oh, there it is. Ah.
Yeah. No, I just don't know if it's Dongen or Dongen.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's like Dutch French or something like that. So it's got some
that's cool
art that's attached to the pages, and there's 4 of those. Careful, honey.
I'm just looking.
Okay, and then there's others that are just black and white, but it's all, well, that's just photos. Go further into the book. You know, some of the artwork and stuff like that. There's some more that are in color. And then the text is in French.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this the other day, and I thought I would look it up. So I took a picture of it, and I looked it up last night.
Right. Ooh.
And anyway, so Worth Point. This is the closest comp.
Okay.
This
is a reaction video?
This is a reaction video. This is the
Let me get back.
Closest comp I can find.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you gotta click. Take it. You gotta click on
the first one?
The green one that's got black writing. It's not a touch screen, honey.
Sorry. Well, my computer is. Okay, let me try that again. Why are you doing this to me, Mike? Okay. Oh, sorry. It's... the computer's popping up a pop-up. What? No way.
I have no pop-ups on my computer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
What does it say?
No, come on.
What does it say? What does it say?
It's not even like, it's falling apart. But so is theirs.
Theirs is falling apart too.
Theirs is like in about the same condition as yours.
Yep. But look at the date.
Okay, September 18, 2013.
So 2013, we're in a different world these days.
This is true.
The only other ones that I can find online are, like, there's some on Abe Books.
Yeah.
But they're also they're in other countries, and they're selling for £2,000 or 2,000 whatever, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, don't get too excited.
No, well, always.
Right. But I'm like, it could be really good. The other ones I can find when I Google are auction houses.
Oh, well, that's good.
There's not
This is it. This
Worth
is the only
Point.
one
There's another
eBay.
one on Worth Point, but it's more, there's more to it. It has more art in it.
Right.
And that one sold for like 5,000 or 7,000
because
or
this
something
one,
like that.
like what you showed me,
looks just like it.
Is $3,250 sold in 2013.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it's got the same title page as what shows in there.
I just looked through the pictures. It's the same book.
Yep.
1925.
So I'm thinking an auction.
I don't know.
They started theirs, if you read through it, they started theirs at $20
Oh, where do you find that?
in their description.
Oh, yeah. Gotta read the description, people.
Anyway.
Yeah, wow. Amazing.
Okay, so let's just look at what it was that I actually showed Mr. Pish Posh in that last little clip. So here's Worth Point. I had typed in the name of the artist, and then I also typed in the actual author of this book, Courier. And so we have two that kind of have that cover. Some are just other pieces of art by Van Dongen. So this first one, as you can see, sold for like $8,500. That's a bigger edition. It's got more pictures and more things in it. It might even be a hardcover edition. I'm not sure. So this one, though, looked the most like the one I had. So this is the one I showed Mr. Pish Posh. $3,250, like I said. Now, on further inspection, as I'm looking at this, we've got, they put, there's no interior writing, back strip came off, causing some pages to be loose. Okay, so their condition, now that I'm thinking about it, is actually much better than ours. You know, and I don't know how, I know in books and art and a lot of things like that, condition has a big effect on value. So one of the problems with mine is there is some water staining, especially just in those first few pictures. There's also a lot of foxing throughout the book. Foxing is that like speckled look that old paper can get sometimes. So, and then my cover is pretty much loose and off. The first little section of the book is just kind of hanging by a thread, okay? And so even though the ones that I've seen that have been online all have certain condition issues because it's a paperback book from 1925. So we're going to see how that affects value. Now, the only other, let me see, let's just look at this on Google as well. What I've done is, let's see, A-Books. That's another place that I found some results. Now, I found this one, which was listed for listed for £214. It's the same edition, it looks like, and everything. So I was trying to figure out why they had listed theirs so low. And it says 100 images of his work, unfortunately missing the 8 pochoir. Pochoir. Okay, it's an art term, and I think it has to do with the color plates that are in there. So that's really the draw, I think, for the book. And so when those are missing, then the value of the book goes down. Then other people who have it, like this one, they're asking £2,316 from Italy to the United Kingdom. Okay, so these are the results that are coming up, still over like £2,000 in UK currency. So still some pretty high prices. I mean, those are available. It just doesn't look like this one's in France, this one's in Italy. Now, if we go back to Worth Point, I did notice one more that doesn't have a picture, but I was looking at it and I think it's the same book. And then this one did sell on the eBay UK back in 2012. So at the time of the sale, it was worth $1,954. Okay, so those are the ones that I've been able to find. If you go on to Google in general and do like an image search, I've done that before. I've gone and just looked at the images according to the text search. Oh no, Amazon. That's not what I wanted. I picked images. Huh. Okay. So, you kind of scroll through, and I did find, as you scroll through, I found a few with that like similar cover. Some of them were harder to find because the main picture was like a picture from inside the book, but I don't know. Now my results are not giving me the same thing I saw earlier. But anyway, I found a couple more. Maybe it was these, like when I opened them up. I found a couple more that were being sold, like I said, to Mr. Pishposh by auction houses, where you can't really see the value that it sold for, and you can't see whether it sold or not. Did it get a buyer or not? So what I decided to do was run an auction. So mine is scheduled to go, here it is. Mine is scheduled to start tonight, and it is the current price. So my starting price I decided to do was $500, like $499.99. We just decided with the condition, I really don't know how far this is going to go, but I thought with the condition that we'd be able to, one bid, I paid like $2, one bid, $500. Happy with that. A lot of times if you start lower, people get more invested and get into more of a bidding frenzy, and it can go higher. But the auction scene is so different on eBay than it used to be. And so I am really just happy with getting, like, that's my minimum price I'll be happy with. Honestly, my minimum price might even be lower than that. I don't know. It just depends on the interest. I don't know what kind of interest this will garner. So, okay, so what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen with this auction? Do you think I'm going to get just the one buyer? Do you think there's going to be a bidding war? Do you think I will have no bidders and I will have to relist at a set price? What do you think? Leave me a comment down below with your prediction of what's going to happen with my auction. This is just for fun. I mean, no joke, a few $1,000s would come in handy right about now, but I am not holding my breath on that one. So we are just gonna have fun with it and see what happens. I'll make profit no matter what, right? And have fun along the way. And that's kind of the reselling journey. You just never know what you're gonna find out there. You never know how buyers are gonna react. You never know if you've hit it on the right week where you've got, I don't do auctions that often. And so it's going to be kind of let's just see what happens for the next 7 days. I did, starting it on a Wednesday night is kind of weird. I had thought I would get it listed sooner, but I'm not, I wasn't able to do that. And so I am going to see about, I don't know. I have it set right now for a 7-day auction, not like a 10-day auction. I think 7 days is probably plenty. I don't know. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably the auction will be underway. So we're just going to do it. We're just going to see what happens. I also debated putting like the start time or the end time at a time that was better for European buyers, because I see a lot of the interest happening over there. But then again, what made me stop and think was that there aren't as many available in the United States. And so perhaps my buyer will be from the United States. And so I'll make it the end time a little more convenient for them. A lot of that doesn't really, I think, matter as much anymore with the fact that so many people are purchasing or bidding on their phones. They're shopping on their phones, they're looking on their phones. And so they don't, it doesn't matter if it's, Sunday night, Wednesday night, whatever. They don't have to be physically at home looking at their desktop computers. So I will keep you posted. I'll let you know how it turns out. And anyway, thanks for coming along on this ride. It's always an adventure, right? And we will see you on Friday for Flatware Friday.